Alright, I believe, let's see, let's make sure the mic's working. Always make sure the mic is working. I believe we're live. We're doing a part 2 of the stream from yesterday. Part 2, so basically we're going to be including another graph that I got today, like we went over yesterday. People seem to really enjoy that. So we're going to be doing that again, basically just a part 2 today with a different graph. That is what we're doing today, and this came on kind of randomly. I wasn't really sure if we'd be streaming today, but after the response we got from yesterday, I was like, you know what, we'll go grab another graph, we'll do it again, because people really seem to enjoy that sort of thing. Nicholas, hello, how are you doing? Welcome. We will try to get the comments fixed in just a second. The comments are being really weird, as always, so we will try to get that fixed. How are you doing? Well, how are you doing? How are you doing? 10 a.m. stream. It's a really odd stream time for me. Yeah, let's try to get those comments fixed. First try? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect first try. We're going to give it a few minutes, of course, before we actually get going. I need a new arm for the mic. I think this one's just starting to wear out over time. Andrea, hello. Where you're at, awesome. Afternoon. Yeah, 10 a.m. here, really weird time for me to be streaming. It's usually extremely late when I'm streaming. Kevin, hello, welcome. Let's see, it's gonna get dark for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this and get it ready. A little sneak peek. There we go. Dave, hello. Did you ever get your book? Did you ever get your book? If so, have you started reading it? What do you think about it? Olivia, hello. So let's get this graph ready to go, because we're going to get started here in just a moment. It's another simple little graph. That's just a part 2 from yesterday. Had a very positive response from that, so 3 p.m. here, so grateful to be a part of the live for once. I think I've seen you in here before. I think. Not really sure. Good morning, peeps. Silent, hello, welcome. Hello, hello. Is it weird seeing me up at this time? Probably. Go ahead and turn that up. There we go. Oh, that's a little bit too far. Okay. Okay, there we go. Maybe? About right there? Okay. We should... Okay. We should be good. Paused on Vikings to watch this. Wonderful. That is awesome. You know, I've never watched that show, but people have recommended it to me. You don't want to force it, PJ. Yeah, always mid-vid. Okay, gotcha. You hear right from the very beginning today, though. Yes, and thanks very much. That is awesome. Happy for you. Dave was the winner of our Claire Weeks book giveaway. Dorsey, hello. Welcome. How you doing? All right, so let's get into this graph now. It's been about 5 minutes. Keep in mind, I always post in the comments, if I can remember to do so. I always post in the comments the start of the stream time. So if you catch the streams late, after they're uploaded, you don't have to sit through the beginning. Richard, hello. Okay, let's get into this graph, and if there's any questions, I will answer them after we're done. So let's get this on screen. We're gonna need to make this bigger so you can actually read it. Today I might be covered up. Okay. So we've got this little graph here. People really enjoyed the stream from yesterday working with graphs, so we're going to do it again today. Let's see. So we want to start from the very beginning. As you can see, it's titled Cycle of Anxiety. You got this pink arrow. I believe it's pink, red, pinkish, I think. Okay, this is where it starts. Feelings of anxiety. Very simple. Everyone knows that. Okay, this is where it starts. Where does it go? It leads to the psychological response. Now, where does this go? Individual focus on the psychological response. Green arrow, concerned about symptoms, cause, or consequences, and that is what starts it all over again. So let's break this down now. Let's break this down. So this is going to be your first fear, basically. This is going to be your first fear, your flashing first fear, where it all begins, okay? And if you're sensitized, you are going to get that flashing first fear from time to time. And this is where it's going to go. It's going to go into the response. The response is going to be the feelings that you feel, the fight or flight feelings, any symptoms of anxiety, really. And where does that go? That goes to your focus, okay, on the response. Now, focusing is not bad. That's not a bad thing, okay? It's not to say it's a bad thing that you're focusing on the response. Where it becomes a bad thing is right up here, okay? Concern about symptoms or cause or consequences of the response, aka of the symptoms. That is where it becomes second fear. It doesn't have to become second fear right here. Just because you notice first fear, okay, and then you focus on it, doesn't mean it has to become second fear. It only becomes second fear up here, where this green arrow is pointing. That's where it becomes second fear, okay? When you've got concern of the cause of the symptoms or the consequences. So what it's saying is concern of the cause, basically thinking that it might be something more than it is, worrying about it, consequences as in what ifs. Okay, this is going to be your second fear right here. And of course, if you've been on my channel, for a while now, you know exactly where this leads. You know exactly where this leads. This leads right back around into feelings of anxiety because the body jumps back in to protect you further, not knowing any better. The cycle continues round and round in a big loop. So right here, this is not a concern. Just because you notice first fear is not a big deal, okay? It only becomes second fear up here when your noticing turns into what ifing, worrying, aka that is all of our second fear, and that's what keeps the loop going. That's what keeps the cycle going. So one more time, it starts with feelings of anxiety, and that's going to be your first fear. Okay, we can't control that. We have no direct control over that, especially if sensitized. That's going to lead to the symptoms that you feel, the response from the body trying to protect you, okay? The false alarm of first fear, and it's going to work itself all the way around to second fear right here. Your concern about the symptoms, your worry about the symptoms, this is going to be your second fear. And of course, we know if we add that, what happens? We stay stuck in the loop right here. So we go all the way back around again, back to back to back. And that's what keeps the nerves tired for so long. That is what keeps the nerves tired for so long and causes you to not be able to desensitize the nerves because they're always popping off because you're staying stuck in this loop, in this cycle over and over, in this circle back to back to back. So one last time, first fear is going to be over here. When you first feel it, it's going to go into the response. Okay, we can't control any of this if we're sensitized, especially. We're going to get the response, and then right here is going to be our second fear when we have concern, when we what if, when we worry about the symptoms themselves. It's going to cause more feelings of anxiety, and we're going to stay stuck in this loop, and that's what ends people up in the sensitized boat, and that's what keeps them from getting out, because they're constantly frying the nerves with this right here, second fear. That was our graph for today. Yesterday, people seemed to really enjoy the whole graph thing, and I actually thought it was pretty cool because I'd never really worked with graphs before, so I figured we'd do a repeat. Today. Let's see. Okay, let's get that graph out of the way. Let's just delete that. All right, there we go. So now we're going to get to some comments. Where did I leave off? We must learn to live with uncertainty. Always. That's always a good way to live. No resistance. Resistance is a horrible vibe. What else can help lose the concern so we don't add the second fear? Understand that you're adding second fear by choice. You're adding it by choice. You need to change your perspectives. You need to change your perspective in those moments. You're adding that second fear by choice. And a lot of people don't seem to realize that. First fear is not so much by choice, especially if sensitized. Second fear is by choice, though. And we need to realize that and accept that. We need to accept the responsibility for that. So we're working on spotting first fear and eliminating second fear. As a result, the first fear is going to stop flashing eventually when you desensitize, not overnight. Okay, very important to point that out. Not overnight, but eventually it is going to taper off and go away, that first fear, those symptoms. Including the thoughts. Oh. I totally forgot to switch the sound from my speakers to my headphones, so you probably heard an echo effect on that. But thank you so much, Kevin, for that donation. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you so much. Kevin, do we have a session together? Is this the Kevin that I'm thinking of? Am I right on that? Thanks for that, dude. I really appreciate that. That helps me a ton, you don't even know. Thank you, thank you. I love that little jingle. Yes, spam the chat with clap emojis. We always do that. Always do that. Oh, okay, so it is the right Kevin. Well, thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Cannot type. Hello, David. I think meditation will always be awesome. I think the term is overthought. It's overcomplicated. So you change your perspective of it from one of fear to one of not fear. So let's say you're sitting there thinking about how much you hate it, how much it's going to drive you insane or crazy, or how much you can't stand this or that because of this reason or that reason, or all the what ifs that's going through your head. Eliminate all that second fear. The second fear is what's causing the response to continue to pop off, to continue to protect you, because the brain doesn't know any better. So we have to work with that. We have to work with that. Thank you again, Kevin, for that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good guy, Kevin. Then what the hell am I? Just the energy. I love the way that was worded. You are the awareness, okay? In order for there to be a mind that thinks, there's got to be someone that hears it. If you didn't hear the mind that thought, okay, if you didn't hear the thoughts in your head, they wouldn't exist if you were them. So the fact that you are aware of your thoughts and aware of the feelings, that means you are the awareness. And when you know yourself as the awareness, you have a choice not to add second fear. When you're totally drugged along because you're identified with the thoughts in the head or the feelings in the body, then you basically have no control, because you don't know yourself as the awareness. Therefore, you're not in a position where you can actually make a choice. Yes, thank you, Kevin, for that. I really appreciate that. I love that question. That is a question that a lot of people have. It's one that I used to have a lot, too. Identifying with your thoughts, because then you have no choice. You have no choice to not add second fear because you're so identified with the mind. But when you know yourself as the awareness, then that's where choice begins to enter the picture. Choice as in, what I mean by choice as in, do I or do I not add second fear? Second fear being the perspectives that you hold, and a perspective is always tangible. We can always change a perspective. So don't worry about fighting with the thoughts. They're a symptom of the sensitized state. Soon you'll be laughing at them. Okay, or two main keys. Don't even worry about fighting with the thoughts. And as far as the feelings go, spot first fear. Okay, we have no control of that if we're sensitized. But spot when you're adding second fear. That is what we do have control over. Hello, Mia. Hello. What did I do? Oh, okay, there it is. Like, what did I do with my drink? It is not possible for the feelings of anxiety to escalate if you're not adding second fear. Stress hormones released at first fear, okay? And that can come in varying degrees. But it's not possible for it to escalate or turn into a cycle unless we're adding second fear. That's how we end up in the sensitized boat. That's how we stay there. It doesn't really matter what order it comes in. What triggers you is not really relevant. Whether or not you're adding second fear, that is what's relevant. Awareness is simply being aware that, okay, there's the thoughts that are coming that I have no control over, and there's the feelings that follow, but I do have control over second fear. Awareness, instead of being totally dragged along, not realizing what's going on, and being totally identified with the thoughts in the head, instead of realizing that they come out of nowhere and they're not really yours. They're not yours. I will be right back. 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that didn't break the chat. It might have. It might have. I'm not really sure. A.m. the new time slot. We never really have time slots. I don't think I ever really stick to any time slots. Yeah, I've never really stuck to a schedule for as long as I can remember. Thanks for stopping by, Dave. Really appreciate that. Resend it. The truth, resend it. Yes, Kevin, see, that's a perfect example of not adding second fear, which is what we must do. Don't worry about not being able to type out messages perfectly. I never can myself. I'm usually pretty good at being able to read between the lines, so you don't have to worry about perfection here as far as comments go. I preach that about life. Life in general, not just YouTube comments. Perfection's not required. Be okay with not being perfect. Take that strain off yourself, you know? Keep working at it, Silent. Keep working on spotting second fear when you're in the habit of adding second fear. Since I've been cleared by cardiology. Yeah, it's all about spotting. Okay, there's that first fear that we don't have any direct control over, especially while sensitized, but spotting when you're in the habit of adding second fear. AKA your perspectives, your what-ifing that you entertain, so forth and so on. I believe I had someone in here talking about DPDR the other day, saying how they went from a perspective of dreading it to a perspective of it's like a free high, and they just enjoyed it and relaxed into it, and then they lost all their symptoms, and they were like, damn it, there goes my free high. It just goes to show you it's all about perspective. Second fear. I thought that was hilarious. Let's go ahead, since I've got you guys here, as always, and drop a few links in the chat. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious because then he was like, but after doing that, I lost my symptoms and they started to fade, and then I missed my free high. I just thought that was funny, and a perfect example of what it's like to not add second fear. Okay, there's the WonderBro Facebook page, and let's grab the link to the WonderBro Facebook group. You can actually post in this one right there, and let's grab the link to the Discord, which is our, basically the short of it is, Discord is a big old free fancy chat room that you can use to chat with other people on the WonderBro community. So let's grab that. These links are only good for 24 hours for some reason. I have no idea why they do it like that. Boom. If you want to join our Discord, now's the time to do it. Don't wait, because that link will expire. It's okay, Kevin, because now we're aware of it and we're working on changing perspectives. But yeah, the truth, just resend that, by the way. Resend that. Anybody who wants a coaching session, make sure you just, if I don't get back to you in a timely manner, just resend it. Don't be afraid to blow me up a bit. Sometimes messages do get lost, buried. So don't be afraid to, like I said, blow me up a bit if you have to. No problem. Ooh, I'm trying to get going today. I'm trying to get woke up. I'm tired. I'm not used to being like a normal person, people thing. Sleep schedule. It won't last. It never lasts. You guys know that by now. I always eventually end up in my night owl ways. Thank you again, Kevin, for that donation. I truly appreciate that. Basically, PJ. Less severe, but basically. You could say that. I'd say it's not as severe as doing that, or serious, but... His coaching sessions are awesome and very informative. Highly recommend it. Well, thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, not to toot my own horn, okay? Not to toot my own horn. But I've never had a complaint with a session. And I've done many. Hundreds. Never had a complaint. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Just got paid. Well, thank you so much, Kevin. Like I said, I truly appreciate it. It really does help me. A ton. Thank you, thank you. This will be getting uploaded, by the way. If any of you are joining us late, we'll be getting uploaded, don't worry. We've been on it. We have been on it with the streams. I don't know if The Truth, I think that was his name. I don't know if he's still in here. If you are still in here, reach out to me again. I'll try to get that done today. No promises, but I will do my best. Because I've got a whole day ahead of me now. Normally I don't. So I don't know, maybe I'll focus on sessions today. My sinking stomach is a free roller coaster ride. There you go. I mean, you're learning. You're catching on. You're seeing firsthand. You know, I'm here to confirm. I'm here to confirm for you that yes, that is perfect examples of not adding second fear. So that's perfect. No problem. You deserve compensation for what you have given those that suffer / deal with it. Very difficult when uninformed about not adding second fear. Yeah, it's very difficult. It's the reason I was stuck for as long as I was. Even after I learned, though, I will admit, even after I learned the advice, I wasn't exactly using it. It took me a while to actually start using it. But it was even rougher at first when I had no clue what was going on. With all that confusion, of course, confusion, oh, it's a breeding ground. It is a literal breeding ground for second fear. So people need to have access to this sort of information. Very crucial that people have access to this. That's why I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to continue to grow. Word of mouth helps. You guys help a ton. Anytime you interact with the channel, likes, comments, shares especially, it helps a ton. Okay, The Truth, like I said, no promises, but I will do my best to get back to you today because I've got a whole day ahead of me, so I might try to focus on sessions today. We'll see what happens with that. The day you saved me is the day I understood that there was no danger outside and inside. Panic attacks. Then I was scared. Yes. No second fear is so important. So important and crucial. I'm hoping these graphs I've been showing you guys the past few days are making you understand just how crucial spotting first and second fear is. I wouldn't say that it's so much a separate issue because it can tend to go hand in hand for some people, regardless whether it's a separate issue or not. The advice I give here for anxiety does cover that as well. We always want to use acceptance. We never want to be in a state of resistance, and we always just want to get on with our lives regardless, and not stay so gummed up on it, you know. This stuff is all perspective, all the suffering over a false or bad perspective. Exactly. Ooh. Thank you so much, Cosmo. I really appreciate that. Note says thanks you, Cosmo. Really appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. That really helps me a ton. Thank you for that, Cosmo. Really appreciate it. You guys are the best. Thank you. Clap emojis. Don't forget. Always spam that chat with them clap emojis. Get as many clap emojis as we can in the chat. Show our love to our donators. Kevin and Cosmo, give it up for those two right there. Welcome, by the way, Cosmo, to the Hall of Fame. Or any kind of emojis. Let's make that a thing. Let's change it up a bit. Any kind of emoji. Let's just spam chat with emojis when we get donations. So we can hype our donators up. Let them know that we're grateful. It's kind of like how some people like the spins when drunk and others hate it. Exactly. I mean, I've never heard a more accurate statement. I mean, it all comes down to suffering over a false or bad perspective, which is what we call second fear. And that's what keeps the nerves on alert. That's what keeps the brain sending signals, you know. I don't mind to mix it up. We don't have to do clap emoji. We can do any kind of emoji. Just spam it. Spam it. Even the eggplant. Wow. I like how YouTube filtered the eggplant. I had to approve that. That's funny. That is funny. Darn, I have my notifications on and didn't get it. Sometimes the notification bell is really weird. It's out of my control. It's like a YouTube thing, and yeah, sometimes, I don't know. It's so strange. You know, you used to be able to just subscribe to somebody and that was enough, and now you have to subscribe and ring the bell, which makes our job even tougher trying to get people to do that. But even sometimes when you do that, it doesn't work. I don't know. YouTube needs to get their shit together. Don't worry though, this will be uploaded. I'm from Texas, y'all. So this will be my congratulatory emoji. Sorry, sometimes I can't read. I just go brain dead. Me too, Donna. I saw it on Discord. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make it into a habit to let people know on Discord that I'm going live, because I know sometimes the notification bell don't work. Like I said, don't worry, it will be getting uploaded. But again, thank you Cosmo and thank you Kevin for your donations. I appreciate that. Truly helps me a ton. Seriously. Thank you guys. While I have you guys here, let's drop that Discord link again. I don't know why the Discord links expire. It's so stupid. So stupid. It's whatever. Oh, where'd we go? Thank you, Evan Star, for the subscription. Really appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, let's drop that Discord link again. Let's see, where are we at? Right here. Alright. Just keep letting us know on Discord. I try to, if I remember. If I remember to do so. Mr. Fee, I must have missed your comment. Good morning, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? I'm gonna smoke a Newport with you, Wonder Bro. I used to smoke those. Fun fact. Not for long, but if you smoke, smoke one with me. If you don't smoke, don't start. That's what I always say. We sipping on some DP today. I'm normally a night owl, but I actually slept last night. I don't know. I don't understand my sleep schedules. I don't try to. I'm a night owl at heart, so like the new sleep schedules never last. They never do. Everybody knows that. I need some water. Again, PJ, it all comes back to perspective on that. Yeah, it just means that you're two in your head, Janet. That'll pass. Yes, acceptance will cure the symptoms of anxiety. That's the whole point of the channel. Acceptance. Acceptance leading to desensitization. And when we get out of the cycle, the two graphs we've been going over, when we get out of the cycle, that leads to the desensitization. First fear is not going to stop flashing right away. Okay, don't get me wrong. It will as a result of desensitization, however. And you do take the edge off. You do take the edge off with acceptance. Oh, soda makes me so burpy. It's like I can pick up on it. It's like trained eye. I can pick up on it when I see people adding Second Fear, even through their comments. Always going to be acceptance, Janet. Always. Always, always, always. Nope, but not adding Second Fear is going to help you. Yeah, total trained eye to spot Second Fear when I see it. Even in questions, I can spot that Second Fear from a mile away. So, you know, when you're constantly going around like, when's it gonna go away? That's Second Fear. That's telling your brain that there's a problem when there's not. Very easy once you get into the habit of spotting Second Fear to see it. Very easy. But it's just like any other skill. It takes time to learn. No, Janet, but not, or Janice, I believe, but not adding Second Fear is going to be key here. So even your wording, it's so rough. We need to change that. All right, I will be right back. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I've got some things to do. I got some visitors, so we gonna take care of that. All right, you guys. Seriously, thank you for an awesome stream today. I love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here and get on with my day. We're about a 30-minute mark anyway, 40-minute mark. So good time anyway to end the stream. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, spot Second Fear, and break that habit. Until next time, as always, right there. Stay awesome.